We're going on a cruise. We're going on a cruise. We're going on a cruise. On tonight on World News Roundup, we're going on a cruise. We're going to have so much fun.
Week of the words! This word of the week, Schadenfreude. Sounds German, don't it? It is. Comes from the German language. We borrow it in English. Schadenfreude is just someone who gets pleasure from someone else's pain. Yeah, something like a hater. Schadenfreude. Haters have been around. They've never had a word. They had to borrow it from the German language. Schadenfreude. At the World News Roundup, we're constantly studying words, learning words, studying languages. And for whatever reason, the word bikini has stood up in my mind as it's kind of peculiar, really, in the way that it's spelled in the English language. It comes from Bikini Atoll. It's a reference to the islands that where they were doing nuclear tests. And a French designer in '46 created this separation of a single piece of fabric into two pieces of fabric, known as a genius. But it really came out of a necessity during the war where they were rationing fabrics. So it's kind of funny that the U.S. government, at the immediate moment that they need some extra fabric, they're like, let's take it from the women's clothing, become more revealing. That way, U.S. government, finally doing something good for a change. In the I think nature is trying to tell us something portion of the show, in a crowded stadium full of white people and one Native American, one American eagle chose to land on the Native American. Either he's extremely racist or he's very American eagle indeed. This his land after all. He seen that seal full of white people and knew they couldn't be trusted. But I can trust this Native American.
Little boy Cody was having a great day. Little boy Cody decided he wanted to make his day greater. Little boy Cody walked by a jewelry store. Little boy Cody walked in the jewelry store. Little boy Cody seen a beautiful bracelet. Little boy Cody adored the beaded bracelet. Little boy Cody put the bracelet in his pocket. Little boy Cody loves music. Little boy Cody gave the jeweler a kazoo.
And kazoo.
Little boy Cody walked out the door. Little boy Cody is having a great day.
This portion of our show is to give a happy birthday shout out to our girl Tiff. Hey Tiff, we know you and Quan out doing y'all thing. Don't know if y'all gonna even have time to tune into the talent show. But we know y'all having fun. As always, temper your fun. Never have too much fun. And we'll see you when you get back, wherever you went. We know y'all traveling the world. Y'all some world travelers. World News Roundup, indeed. Happy birthday, Tiff. The legend, the icon. She's in a class with. Yeah, no. She's in a class on her own. Happy birthday. That heat can do some nasty things. And in Galveston, it's buckling the roads. Watch out.
Over the weekend, the heat got so intense it caused part of the Galveston seawall to buckle and it needed repairs.
Well, surprisingly, TxDOT says they've only had one other road buckle this year here in the Houston area, but potholes, that's a whole different story and a huge headache for drivers who tell me that at times they have to weave in and out of traffic to avoid them. It's two very different problems. This here is what drivers dealt with over the weekend on 77th and the seawall. The road.
God! Whoa, he need to slow down. What in the world? Hey, I didn't know that he could buckle roads. New fear unlocked. A young lady has went viral on the internet. She's being deemed the Burger King mom. Maybe you've heard of her. She covered a 12-hour shift at a Burger King restaurant by herself. I'm talking cashier, work in the front, customer service, customer complaints, getting some change. Whatever it was, she had to do it for 12 hours by herself. I'm not sure if the details would happen to the other shift members who did not come in. But this young lady worked the restaurant by herself. People were recording her and, of course, giving her motivation. But, you know, this young lady should have been promoted.
Hamilton went viral on social media in June for running the restaurant solo, working 12 hours plus, doing every job to provide for her 3 children. She says the company wrongfully fired her after she was on approved time off and was scheduled to work the day she was coming back.
So I told them, you know, I'm not going to make it in time. I don't see how y'all schedule me at 12 knowing I'm leaving Charlotte at 11. And it take an hour and 30 minutes to get to work. Still got to drop kids, I still got to do everything.
Hamilton says they responded and told her she was terminated so she didn't report to work the next day. But Burger King reached out and told her to report back to work the following day and to be on time. She says the franchise owner, Matt O'Doherty, went to look at her time logs for the past 2 weeks and told her she was late too often. Hamilton says O'Doherty lacked consideration and gave her a final write-up.
I was like, how I get a final written warning when I never got wrote up or got in trouble with the company?
Hamilton says she always communicated with her GM when she was going to be late and says she always was okay with it because she's a single mom and a hard worker. Hamilton says Burger King and O'Doherty used absence issues as a way to get rid of her.
He was like, yeah, you caused the controversy, you caused too much problems for the job, you knew not to work by yourself. They literally, 2 weeks after everything went down, they literally made a whole contract after everything went down about being in the store by herself.
She says since she's gone viral, Burger King has been threatening to fire her for speaking to the media about her solo shifts.
The Burger King mom has actually since been fired. The franchisee owner,
Matt O'Doherty,
trying to save face, probably thinking he'd look bad, having the young girl work the 12-hour shift by herself, fired her. And now it actually looks worse on you. So, look like more of a coward.
Matt O'Doherty,
But it's cool. And girl, go where you gonna be respected. You ain't no Burger King, no way. You a Dairy Queen. Go get it, girl. And that's gonna do it for tonight's episode of World News Roundup. As always, we're glad that you joined. Join up with our QR code, with our link tree, so you can therefore interconnect with our social medias and all of the paginas there. Let's roll, y'all. As my son said, we going on a cruise. That means the captain is back in the building. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, the captain is back in the building. Let's go. See y'all next week.